Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today we'll be unboxing Warhammer 40,000 Boarding Patrol Grey Knights. Recently, Games Workshop released Arks of Omen, which contained a new way of playing Warhammer 40,000 boarding actions. With this came a host of faction boxes, each containing small forces suitable for using in boarding actions. Today is the Grey Knights one, which contains 16 miniatures. Within the box, we get Castellan Crowe. You can build him with or without a helmet. You get 5 Terminators, which you can also build as Paladins, and you get 10 Strike Marines, which you can build as Interceptors, Purifiers, or a Purgation Squad. So you can see up the top here, it says for recommended use with Arks of Omen Angron, which implies there are more rules for these to be used inside that book. Let's take a look inside. So within the box, we get a host of instruction booklets, 3 of them. First one for Castellan Crowe, second for the Strike Squad, and the third for the Terminators. You get some 40mm bases for the Terminators, 32mm bases for the Strike Squads, and then we get a load of sprues. So we can see Castellan Crowe here, Terminators here, and then 2 identical sprues for the Strike Squads. So first we're going to have a look at the Strike Squad. We'll look at the instructions first just to see how we build them. So you can see here you've got the options for the Strike Squad, Purifier Squad, Purgation Squad, and Intercept Squad. So Strike Squad's your basic troops, Purifier Squads are more elite versions, you've got the Purgation Squad which contains the heavy weapons or special weapons, and then the Interceptors are the fast moving Marines. So each one is fairly simple to build. You can see here you've got the legs, you put the torso together, then you choose your arms and the weapon option that you'd wish to use. So this is the sort of squad leader, the Justica or the Knight of the Flame, and you have a few different options for building them. And then the rest of the Grey Knights follow a very similar pattern. So you've got different weapon options here, different torsos you can use, so you can get some variety into your models. You can see here you've got certain arms go with certain weapons just to keep them working properly. And here you can see these arms as well. So they are fairly straightforward. As I said, legs, torso, arms, and then you do the shoulder pads and the heads. And then you've got your choice of backpacks depending on whether or not you're building Interceptor squads or not. So here you can see the models. There's a lot of detail on them, as you can tell on the armour. You've got different sort of words and runes inscribed on them, symbols of the Inquisition as well. Got your different shoulder pad options here, and there's one over here for the squad leader, so they're a bit more detailed. In terms of mould lines, there are some that you need to clean up. You can see them just about here, especially on the top, depending on the angle. But they're not too bad to clean up. They're quite detailed as well, so if you enjoy painting, enjoy lots of detail on your painting, you have a lot of options to go with. There's a fair amount of purity seals as well, should you wish to add them to your miniatures. I quite like having Grey Knights with lots on, so I tend to stick more on than I would with my other Marines. You can see as well, you get a few copies of the special weapons. So these are, I think, your Psy Cannons, you've got your Silencer, and you've got the Incinerator over here. One copy of the hammer, and then one copy of the fourth stave as well. Lots of swords and lots of halberds. Next up are the Terminators. So like the strike squad, you've got your legs, you've got your torso that you attach together. You've got lots of different options, so each one can look different. You can see here you can build them in different ways. And again, you've got a list of your different weapon options that you can choose from. So you've got swords, halberds, falchions, and then you've got a hammer and a stave as well. Again, you stick your arms on, you stick your shoulder pads on, and you've got options for a special weapon in the squad as well. And then here's a little bit about building the leader, normal Terminators, or should you choose to build them as paladins. You can also build an ancient, either a Brotherhood ancient or a paladin ancient, and you can build an apothecary as well. So you've got lots of options for your kit. Let's have a look at the sprue. So fairly simple sprue. You can see clearly all the legs and the torsos on here. You've got all the shoulder pads up here, so you've got 6 right and 6 left. You've got a few shield designs here. But you've got quite a lot of choice on the shields, so you can go swords, skulls, you've got the fancy ones to the paladins, or you've got plain ones as well. You can see all of the different weapon options. So you've got 5 halberds, 5 pairs of falchions, 5 swords over here, 1 hammer, 1 stave. So these have a sort of similar level of mould line to the strike squad. They're fairly easy to clean up, they're not the most prominent. They tend to just be down where you'd expect them. Again, you can't really see them too much on the torsos, but they're a bit more obvious on the guns. So like right down the middle there, you can see mould line. Again, these are really detailed, much like the strike squad. You can see all the detailing on the armour here. Got different purity seals and accessories, so you can really customise them. And then you've got 3 different weapon options again to choose from for the special weapon. Last up, we're going to look at Castellan Crowe. So again, you follow sort of a similar pattern as the Terminators and the Strike Squad. And this time you put the legs together, then the torso, then sort of the arms and the cloak, shoulder pads, and then the backpack and your choice of heads. Personally, I'll be going for the helmeted head. I always find it a bit strange having bare heads on models. It's a really cool looking model. I love that sword. So here's the sprue. You can see how detailed it is. Look at all the writing on there. Even on the base, you've got runes carved into the rock. You've got a chaos symbol for the base. You've got his pennant. It's really cool. You can see the design on the banner here as well, so that's embossed. So you just have to paint it. And then there's runes here on his sword that you can see. It's really cool. And there's not much in the way of mould lines. You can see a little bit on the leg here. and a little bit on the backpack. Here-ish. But they should be quite easy to clean up. Should just be a case of, for the most part, assembling. A few mould lines need removing, but otherwise it's quite easy to do. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you do like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. This helps me grow the channel, helps me be seen by more people. And also, if you want to support me, you can become a member of Mythical Meeples. There'll be a link below. Or you can support me on Patreon as well, where you'll get access to extra content, sneak previews, behind the scenes, and it just helps me as well. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.